Hi everyone, how you doing today? Thought I would try to play a game that I'm not super wonderful at, and but it fascinates me, and that is Satisfactory. Figured I'd start a new game and do like a bit of a video series on this. I'll still be building in Empyrion if you follow me on that or not, but this just sounds like a breakup. So I'm going to just do a new game, standard rules. And let's give a game name here. How about new game 2023 December? There we go. I'm also going to skip the basic startup or the tutorial part of the game. So we're just going to hop in and get going. So let's just do that right now and not even mess around here. So my objectives to start with is to try to get the first 3 resources automated and then bang off a few of the early technologies. And to do that, I want to find a place where I got resources fairly close together. I'm not exactly sure where that is, so I'm going to scan for copper first. And okay, so we got a copper 208 that way. Another one 257 that way, and this one's further out. But then I'm also going to scan for iron. And I want to find a close proximity between copper and iron. And it looks like in this direction over here would be my best bet. So I'm going to head towards this first iron here, and I know it's pretty close to copper. And you know, before I move on, I am also going to equip this tool in case I get attacked by something here. And pick as many plants as I can on the way.
In your vicinity, which are within approved nutritional and medical categories as established by R&D. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Alright, are we already up to the first iron? I think that's, yeah, that would be our first iron. And then we've got our second iron there. And I just want to find copper as well. Got to deal with the locals here. They don't like me. Alright, so he's out of the way.
The remains of this creature might shed light on how to increase chances of survival. A new research tree can now be accessed in the MAM.
Okay, our first copper is actually over that way. Okay, alright, this should work. So let's get this started here, and I do have to place the hub as well. I'm going to have that in the same area here. So let's get the hub in. That looks like a good spot right over there. Try to get it a little out of the way here. Let's see, the generators are on that side. That should work. Let's kind of push it a little bit out of the way over there. And then we want to get a miner down here. Okay, so from the miner, I want to go into a smelter. And this early stuff, I'm going to just get it set down and working as quickly as possible. I don't really want to put any time into making anything nice until I have a few technologies that would allow it to be nice. Right now, you don't have it when you first start out, so it's kind of pointless to do it. And a lot of this will all get ripped apart and torn down later anyway. So I don't want to put a lot of time into trying to make it nice. I am trying to keep it somewhat lined up though. And I held down the control key when placing that, and it kind of lines it up to the previous machine. So it kind of makes it easy to have pretty straight conveyor belts and things like that going through it. Alright, so let's configure these. So you're going to do iron ore. And I'm going to have this make some plate. And it's also Christmas season too, so there's these Christmas boxes falling all the time here. We'll dig into that in a little bit. But right now it's about just getting residual products going here. So next thing I want to do is I'm just going to take that stuff and, you know, I'm going to turn a box right towards where the hub over here. And we're going to add more boxes to this. I don't want to keep on running back and forth across the map all the time when I need to collect resources from what this early stuff's producing. So I think that will work out pretty good. Alright, so we kind of got that line set up. And next thing I want to do is deal with power here a little bit. And we're going to have to make a little bit of biofuel before I get that fully rolling here. Pick a few more plants while we're close. Clean up the area some. Alright, so I'm going to put down a pole here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to join the two of these together into one. So we have basically just one massive power source, and we'll add to it as time goes on here. I'm going to put in a second pole right next to it for now too, because I know I'm going to need it later. And then let's put in another pole like here. I like to use more poles than you might think you need. I typically never have enough, so I'm trying to fix that by adding more poles. Okay, so just getting all this connected here, and let's connect this to that pole, and then this can connect to that. I think we got power for all. Alright, so next thing, I want to just take the leaves I've got and turn that into biofuel. One thing I did learn too, you can hit spacebar over one of these so you don't have to hold down that craft button. Really nice if you got a lot of stuff to process and want to go get a drink or something, you could just kind of set that and leave, and then when you get back here, it's all done. Alright, now I want to fill these up. I've got a little bit of this, so I'm going to put in 60 in one side and 60 in the other side. And that should now start up production over here. So this should get the ore, put it into the smelter, turn it into iron ingot, and then put it into here, turn it into plate, and then ultimately put it in the box. So, moving on, let's do another one of these nodes, and we're going to build another piece, almost the same setup as what just took place there. And so much of this is going to radically change later. It's just I don't want to do it yet. It's just one of those things. It wastes a lot of time trying to be all pretty, or trying to be pretty before you have the parts to be pretty. Let's send this out this way, and let's put in a smelter. I'm going to leave a little bit of room so I can get a splitter in between there at some point. I hate this location here, though. This is kind of bad. Alright, well, I think it's good anyway, so let's just put that there. Get you hooked up. Get some of these leaves that I'm going to need anyway. And let's put in a constructor. Get all that kind of lined up. Is it lined up? I think it's lined up right there. Get a little bit of room. And there we go. We'll configure you to make iron rods. Alright, and then, let's see, that first box I had was right over here, putting it there. So I'm going to add another box to this as well. Turn that around so we're coming in from this direction. And then gotta get power here, so let's put a power pole like there and there, and let's just add another one right over here too. So I'll run that to that, you to you, that one to that one. That fired up, that fired up, that fired up. Next thing is I want to route this. It's going to be ugly. Let's route it around this side, and then I want to run it into that other box that was built over there, if I have enough materials for it. That should kind of line up there. Let's elevate this a little bit too. Again, super ugly. Not worried about it. Not at this time. At some point, yes. Oh, I can't afford it. Not enough iron plate. Alright, we already should have some iron plate. Yeah, look at that. Let's do this again here. Alright, so I think this should be... I don't have power going to that piece. I didn't configure this piece. There we go. And you are configured though. Alright, so that should start making some iron rod and putting it into the other box. Okay, so let's figure out where that copper is. It's like really close, right over this way. Right up here. Right there. Okay. And we got our copper. Let's see if there's any. And we got a. Oh, there he is. I was wondering if one of these was going to be around. Get the little fighting done here. All right, he's out of there. Okay, so the base and everything is that way. So let's put in a miner and have it facing that way. It looks good. How about like that? And a smelter. A little bit of room. And then hopefully, I think I have the resources for a constructor yet. I'm gonna. Ooh, I fell off a ledge. A little hard to see. That's one thing I always had a little bit of a problem with on this game. It's very hard to see what the heck you're doing. There is a fly mode. You can actually play the game and be able to fly the whole time. I didn't do it on this. I kind of wanted to, but in a lot of ways it's sort of cheating as well. So I kind of wanted to experience the game, you know, exactly how it was meant to be played and not mess with that. If you put it in the fly mode, it will certainly take away a lot of the game from you, I think. It'll make it a lot easier to build factories, though, which is also a big benefit. Alright, so we got those hooked up to power, and I know I was pretty much out of resources even to build a pole. So that's a problem. So I'm not going to be able to turn that on yet. So I'm going to run back. I got to process probably a little bit more of this biofuel and take the copper that I got and turn it into some parts so I can finish that up. At least we're getting 2 resources or 2 products built while waiting. And which is awfully nice. I can just kind of come and pick this stuff up when I feel like it here, which is great. And let's make some copper stuff here. Let's start with the ingots, and then we're gonna need a little bit of wire, probably some cables. Oh, I got some cables yet. And I'm trying to avoid doing this as much as possible. But early on, it's kind of needed, sort of, at least from my knowledge of the game, to get kind of going right off the gates here. Or it's helpful, it can save you some time. But I'm full on trying to automate everything. Let's build a couple cables too. Good enough. Alright, so I think I have the resources needed to complete this copper setup over here. Am I going the right way? Not sure if I'm going the right way. I thought that. Alright. What did I do with the copper? $315. Oh, yeah, oh, this way. Got a little messed up there. There it is. Had a big present box in front of it. Alright, back with this. So we already put in all 3 pieces. Yeah, we need a power pole. probably another one heading in this general direction. And let's, we got to get that stone there too, so this will be a nice midpoint there. Run power to there. And power to there. So that should fire up once I connect this line over here to that stuff. And I'm also trying to go for quickness. I'm trying to be fast. I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure there's some speed runners out there that are just laugh at me. But you know, it's all part of the learning experience here. Let's put a pole here too, and connect this last thing to the existing power, and that should start that up. The only thing I want to do now is to run a line from there. Again, put it in a box so I don't have to keep on running back and forth to scoop up whatever it creates. I'm going to run it over. Okay, there's my 2 boxes I've got now. This is a pretty good line here. Let's go this way with it. And I do have iron plate, so that should work out. Let's get that set up about here right now. And put in a couple more boxes for future products here. Okay, how about one there? I'll put another one up on top. And let's just put you... Oh. I got that top one. Oh, the top one's flipped the other way. How did that happen? Just turn it that way. Okay. Alright, so copper's going into that box. And if all is working, we should start seeing copper spools come through here. But something's not right. And there's a little cliff here. Oh, I never configured it. Son of a gun. Alright. Configure that and configure this to wire. There we go. Now it should work. A little bit more leaves while waiting here. Alright, so the next part here is before I add stone to it, which I definitely want to get stone going for foundations in a little while, is I want to get another power generator here, a biofuel generator, and add it to this little setup over here. Not sure if I got the resources to build it right now though. I'm lacking a little bit of coils and rods. Okay. Let's pick up everything that it's been making so far. So we definitely have the rods. Coils probably aren't here yet. So let's take the copper we made. Oh, I already processed that. Oh, I don't have any more coils, period. No! Alright, let's make biofuel then. Again, I don't want to do too much of this manual processing, but until I get things kind of rolling here, it's not a whole lot of options. I'm going to put away some stuff I don't want to touch yet either. We'll get to it at some point. I can hold on to the wood, I guess. So we have a fair amount of biofuel right now. Just kind of need a bunch of coils. And there they are. Alright. Coils are coming. How many do we have so far? Is that enough? Probably not. I need 25. Another 6 more of those. There we go. Alright. Pick up a little bit more of this stuff. And let's get this thing put in place. can't wait till I can cut down these trees too. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright, let's give you some biofuel and a wire. Okay, now you're on the grid as well. And it should be operational. Alright, so the next part here. And then I blew the fuse. I guess these ran out. So let's get that going and that going. Okay, so basically it's just basically one power generator with all three of those. I don't want to split them up into their separate things. I don't really find a good use for that, at least right now. Some of that too. Alright, so next I got to get stone rolling. We should have enough power for that. But I think I'm going to need some more of this reinforced iron plate. I have 2. That's actually enough. No, I don't need it right now. Okay, so I think, well, hold on. We got to build, we also have to build a smelter. Or not a smelter, I'm sorry, a miner. Okay, where did that stone go? I think it's right over here. Yeah, this is nice and convenient. I like this location because you've got a lot of these resources close. And these are just like the starter stuff. I mean, like, my plan is to kind of, like, I'll expand this out a little bit. And then when I start building an actual, like, factory to do things, it'll be a new one. And I'll keep this running until that's finished. And then I'll shut this down and redo it. But I'll just, it doesn't make sense to rip it out when it's still producing a product, even if it's not super efficient at doing it. It's better than not producing the product at all while building another factory out. No, I don't have enough. I need more coils here. And now we're starting to actually get quite a bit of those, which is great. Okay, let's put that there, and we can just tie you into that. Get you fired up right away. And here we do not need a smelter, we only need a constructor. I'll put that there, run you into there, and set you up to build concrete. And then I want to put you in a box as well. I don't think I'm going to be able to line these up too nicely right now, but good enough. Alright. Where? Oh, I didn't hook that part up to power yet. There we go. Alright, so now we're bringing in well, actually, quite a few products already. Oh, I never did hook up anything to that top middle box there yet. But it's coming. Alright. Now, I can actually chill a second here. Let's figure out a research here. I guess I'm gonna do logistics first in front of base building, because I'm not really gonna do the base building until I have probably some other things done. So let's select this as our milestone, and probably have to wait a bit before the stuff comes in to fulfill it. But I'll put in what I can right at the moment. And beyond that, let's process some more things. How about some more biofuel? And I wanted to get a little bit more going on in these. This one had quite a bit in it, but these didn't. So let's add a little more to those so they don't die quite as quick. And I'm sort of holding the wood back right now because I plan on, once I get to a certain technology, use all the wood to build some good biofuel and automate the whole thing. Well, as much as can be automated. And let's do a little bit of collecting of things while that's taking place there. Don't really want to waste any time. It's almost like I'm trying to be super fast about this. Well, as fast as I know how to be. I think it's kind of fun. It's more of a challenge. So, you know, I could. You're not on a timer doing this kind of thing. It's nice to. It's kind of fun to see how fast you can get things rolling. And out of my previous experiences of playing the game, I think what I just did there is probably the quickest I got to this point of having those things being processed. Like basically four miners going, power for it, all that kind of stuff. So that might be a personal record. I know if you're good at this game, you can laugh at it, I'm sure. But, you know, it's practice, and it's a fun game. And kind of like to be quick and not screw around too much. Alright, well, it's kind of cool getting all this stuff in here. I won't have to do much manual processing moving forward here. Already getting quite a bit of that going, quite a bit more of that. More coils. Yeah. Well, 2 of the 3 are done. The coils need more. Kind of wonder if I shouldn't have started with the coils second. Like I did the iron rods. That's the second thing I wanted to have it automate, and maybe I should have done the coils first. It could be slowing me down at this point here. All right. Well, anyway, still got more biomass here. Might as well get that revved up. I'm gonna just kind of keep these things really rolling here. So I right click on this to split a stack, by the way, too. If you didn't know how to do that, that's how it's being done. Quite helpful, so you can split up like what you got. So now everything should be going for a while now, so I shouldn't have a major power problem for a little bit until that stuff runs out. But of course you're gonna need a lot more, especially as you start expanding things. Now I'll explain why I left some room in front of these things too, so I can get some splitters and some better production, and then we'll actually take a look at the numbers from the production. That's something I haven't concerned about yet because I'm trying to be super quick, but it doesn't matter because I don't have the parts to do anything about it currently anyway. But what I'm basically talking about is like a miner. At least an MK1 miner on a resource node will put out usually 60 per minute of a product, or like your ore. A smelter's only doing 30 per minute. So basically each one of these mining nodes that I've grabbed so far could be doubled up with a second smelter, and then doubled up with more constructors and more stuff being done from the same resource node. And it's hard to add that if you don't have the room to add in like a splitter, and I don't have splitters yet, so that's kind of why it's just the way it is right now. But again, trying to be quick, sort of. All right, let's see where things are at again. I do like this, so it's the little bit of extra time and resources it took to run these things all to this one place, even if it's ugly, is super convenient though, because I can just walk out, grab what I want, or whatever I'm going to use, and I don't have to be running all over the map all the time, and I hate doing that. I still don't think I have enough copper. I needed a little over 100 to finish up this first research here. Can't wait to expand that out. And I have literally done like 0 exploring yet, but that'll come. Alright, so how much more did I need? I needed, okay, 108 more. I got 88 already, so I only need 20 actually. We got it. Cool. Alright. Research 1.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The productivity display.
I'm gonna go through and pick the next research right away. And that, okay, so we got logistics already going. So I'm gonna do, let's do the base building one next. I can't even put the stuff in for it for a little bit yet, but we have our splitters and mergers now. So we can add some more stuff here. So let's double up, let's see, this is doing the plate. This is doing plates. Let's have it do more plate. We're gonna add in a second. Oh, I don't have the resources. I just spent them all for the resource. Hold on. A little bit of that. One more of this. And I'm going to double up the production of plate for the moment, I think, just because I can, off the same node here. Let's just put that like there. Now once you get to the splitters and the mergers, and that's why I did that research first, I always thought you had to set these down first and then run the belts to it. And this is one of the things that I've learned. You don't have to. In fact, it's probably better not to. So what I'm going to do is if you hold down control over an existing belt, it'll automatically align to it. So I can just pop that in like right here. Then I can take and run. I know that antenna's in an awful spot, or not the antenna, the power wire. So now basically we already split this up. Except it's not working. Hold on, let me try that again. Let's, God, I don't want that there, but let's try this again. Okay, splitter on the belt, right there. Now let's just run this so it clears it. Second. And then around. Super ugly, I know. I'm really unsure on why the splitter is not working. That's weird. I've done this a few times before, but alright. Why are you not? Is it maybe not high enough off the ground? Let's try it in a slightly different location. No, it just straight up does not want to work. I didn't expect that. Maybe it's too low to the ground or something? Huh. Okay, let's get rid of all that. And I guess I'll do it the old way. Let's take that out a second. Put the splitter in the middle here. Just coming from this side into there. This side into here. And I know you don't have to do it this way, but I don't know why it wasn't exactly working. It's working now though. There we go. Alright, so power poles, kind of a problem again. Let's add a couple more here. Hey, there's a dude. Alright, so let's get you hooked up to power. Why can't I get you hooked up to power? Does it already have power? It does. No, it doesn't. Oh, I don't have any cable. Dar. Build a few of these. Collect some more coils. Now we're getting some pretty good numbers built up there. Alright, so let's add in another constructor over here. Except I don't have any plates. I need a couple of those. So let's build a little bit of screws. And enough so I can get at least 2 of these built. And then get the constructor in place. God, this is really ugly. Can I even make that work? Yeah, okay. I can run that, hook you up, build plate. Okay, so the other plate is coming here. The other plate is coming here. Okay, so I probably didn't leave enough room for a merger here. Alright. Yeah, it's a mess. Alright. Son of a gun. No room. Alright, let's just... This has got to move a little bit. Push it back this way more. And then we'll get rid of that. Run this. There should work. Get you power again. Then I should be able to put in a merger on this belt here. So I did it wrong. Gotta turn it so it's... Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Now, we effectively should have doubled our plate production. Well, from the same node yet. And keep in mind too, when these are building it, this does 30 per minute. It takes 3 iron ore per. So now we're running 2 of these off from the same miner. So I think that's using the capacity of the miner. And one thing you should see is it no longer is backing up coming into this area. It's splitting this up, and they're both doing the job there. Alright, so I'm not super worried about that. In fact, resource-wise, I might be already about good to do the next research, or really close to it already. So I'm going to just scoop up everything in the boxes. And then let's... okay, we're lacking a little bit of concrete, but we've got everything else right now. And let's manually get rid of some of this... concrete in my inventory anyway, make a few extra here. Okay, a little bit more there. Still not quite enough. Another 30 or so. Let's build some more pieces while waiting here. I want some more reinforced plate. Definitely should make some more wire too until I get that automated. Alright, so we got some of that again. Let's make some of this. Alright, so how are we doing on concrete? Not enough yet. Put away some junk here too. I'll put the flowers, I'm gonna keep those away for now. Some of this ore stuff. And we can keep about everything else, I think. Oh man, that's slow, isn't it? Oh man. Another 18, that's not enough. So another 13 more. While that's taking place, really ought to do something about copper as well here. Let's have copper do more, and I want it to make some cables automatically. And I'm hoping I got enough power for it, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. So right now I know that it's not doing too well. There we go. Maybe I had the other splitter turn wrong. Just realized that. I thought it automatically turned it correctly, but maybe it doesn't. So we're gonna put in that, and then we're gonna put in a secondary smelter. So how about there for now? Let's see if this one works as intended. And it's not. Oh wait, oh, I put a smelter, I put this in the wrong spot here. Now let's not, here, you know what, this is some temporary crap. Let's not put in another smelter here, let's just put in another constructor. Like right here. And one, can we afford another? Yeah, we can. Oh man, all this junk in the way. So hard to line this stuff up on the, unless you get the foundations down. And of course you got a monster in the way too here. Alright, let's just put you down here. I don't care. Alright. So you're going to go from here to here. I'm not sure why this whole splitter thing is not working the way I thought it was going to be working here. So we'll do it the other way. So get the arrows so we're coming in from that side. Hold down control to line it up decently. Now it's working. Alright. Twice in a row it didn't work. That's bothering me. I have had it work before though, but maybe when I was doing that it was actually on the foundations where you can line things up and be a lot more accurate with everything. Alright, so I need more resources. I ran out of concrete to finish this part up here. Okay, so you split up into there. You're a constructor. You're going to make coils, and we gotta get some more power in here too. Do I have any free power lines? Yes. So let's hook you up to that. Let's get you power. And you're going to take those, and you need coils to make the, or you need the wire to make the cables. So this is going to take that side of it and make the cables. And I think what I'm going to do is, rather than make a separate line for this, I'm going to try to put a merger on this line and just combine the two in the same box for storage here. And there we go. And now we got cables coming. They should come up to that line and get put in the box that's already going that way. Now we don't have to be concerned about that. I want to do the same thing for screws yet too, but probably after another research here. Alright, so we got this one.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
Alright, so iron. Let's build some more pieces and then get screws going as well here. So I know I'm going to need some more of these reinforced iron plates. At least 2, but I think probably 4 for what I'm going to do here. And now we got the cable automated, sorta. All right, so let's get over to this contraption over here, and I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm having a hard time believing that the splitter thing isn't splitting how I think it is. Maybe it only does it on the foundations. Maybe that's the deal. I just didn't realize it. So I'm gonna put in another constructor here. We might be running into power problems after this last batch here too. I'm not sure yet. We're just gonna pop that in there. And I'm gonna try to put in the splitter. And it certainly has a tie into it, just like it should. See, this one's working. So I'm not sure why the other 2 failed. I really don't know. Didn't like something though. We've got some power problems over in this area here. Let's get rid of that line. Go to that pole back to there, and you can power up that one as well. And you're also going to make rods. But then you're going to go into another constructor. Oh, I don't have... Oh, I didn't make enough of those. I thought I did. Now, if you're out in the field somewhere too and you need to make some parts, you can lay down a table to have it make those parts really easily too. I think I did the screws, but I forgot to actually build the reinforced plates that I needed. I think that's my deal here. So there we go. Okay, and I'm gonna just turn this next one this way. Something like that. Super ugly, but oh well. Alright, and you're gonna make screws which require the iron rods, so it's kind of like a tier 2 thing, I guess. And then you also need power. And then we want to load you up into a box. Okay, so I'm going to put it in that box I haven't used yet over there. Which is, like everything else, going to be kind of ugly, but it'll work. Let's go like that. And I guess we'll keep you low, and then we'll run you straight into that box. Alright. So now we got screws coming in too. So yeah, we're actually doing pretty good. We doubled the main thing. We've got the wire, we got the cable, we got the stone. As in the stone, yeah, it looks like it's running at capacity already. So I don't think doubling this up or doing the splitter in a second constructor would help with that at all. As this is using 3 limestone, it can do 45 a minute. Yeah, there's no point in adding anything more here. This is only doing 30 per minute. So, yeah, not that good of a resource node there. Alright. Let's just collect everything. Yeah, look at that. Now we got the wire too. Don't have to worry about that anymore. We're going to have screws coming in. And we've got our concrete as well. So what do we need for the next research here? Of course, a bunch of screws. But we got the other stuff already pretty much done, except for screws. Yeah, so I just got quite a bit of pipe. I can make a lot of screws. So we'll just kind of run this one through while the screws are building up. So far everything's kind of on track. I know it's a disaster looking mess of machinery right now, but it gets really neat. You know, I'm one more research I really want to bang out of the way, and then after that it's like, okay, now we're going to try to get a little more professional on a brand new line. I'm going to keep this contraption running until a new line's built to replace it. But it makes no sense ripping this line out first and then building another line in its place, because then you're losing all the products that you're making that whole time while building another line. I don't want that to happen. So let's see, we needed what, 300 screws, I think it was? Or was it 500? 300. Cool. Alright, another one.
The map has been unlocked.
So now we got a map. We've got some other things going on here too.
Milestone reached.
The map in
The
this game
molecular analysis
is
machine,
really
referred
big,
to as the map,
by the way.
will allow R&D to
It's,
provide new technologies,
I mean,
items, and
the whole area I've
buildings
been in
based
is
on
probably like
samples
here, and it goes literally
ensure
all the
a greater
way,
chance of success during
all the way out,
exploration, an upgraded
all
tool
over the
belt has
place.
been provided, as well as
Lots
an
of
object
different
scanner
biomes,
and
lots of different
beacons.
places. Pretty interesting that
Note,
way. Quite a
the
bit of
object scanner requires
adventure,
calibration via
just
the man
seeking
to enable
things out.
detection of specific objects.
Alright, so I'm gonna burn up some of these resources that I have. Like there's some ingots in my inventory, get rid of that. Let's build a little bit more of this. And there's one more research I want to hit before I really start getting things rolling, and I do want to add some more machinery too. So I think there's some new things I could build here. We want an equipment workshop, and the line shut down. I'm going to put that, this is basically my early game work area, so I'm trying to set this up so everything's convenient and close, so I don't have to run around very much. I want one of those, so, and we got to fix our power situation here. What ran out? You ran out. Alright, let's take half of that. Get you in there. No? Not good enough yet. You still have okay, I don't have enough power generation going on. So let's add in. Oh, those trees. Can't wait. Getting close to being able to remove the trees. It's gonna make me really happy and make things a whole lot nicer. Alright, so let's get you on there and let's add some fuel to you. How about now? Okay, so yeah, I went up to maximum production of 72 and I didn't have that much at the time. Alright, now it says I have 100. Well, that's cool. That's cool. So everything should be good. I think we still got some fuel and everything, but we're going to run out here pretty soon. I'm hoping to get the next research done before long here. In fact, let's get the next one selected here. And I want to do obstacle clearing as the next main one here. And this shouldn't take a whole long time though, because a lot of this stuff's being built already. In fact, so let's see what we got in our boxes. Concrete's going to be a little bit, I guess. Got the more wire, the cable. Starting to get some of the screws and plates. Okay. Let's finish up the cable, finish up that, get those in there, and take the rest of my iron rods and make some more here. Probably enough to complete this whole this part of it here. At least stuff's running. And then right after this research is done, I'm going to set up a little automated biofuel processing thing, and then I'm going to take that wood that I've got and get that going. But I'm also going to have a chainsaw in which I can cut down those trees, get a lot of resources from it, turn it into better fuel than I'm using right now automatically. So to prep up for that, I'm going to need 4 more of those reinforced iron plates. I got 2 on me now. Need 2 more boxes and 2 iron plates. I don't think I'll need any more power. I just want to get to 500 screws here, so it's coming along. This is the part I don't like, is sitting around like doing this kind of thing. I could have just waited because the screws will come in automatically, but I'm impatient and I'm trying to get through it quicker. So that's why a little bit of this manual processing. Almost there. I don't know if I need a full 500 screws, but I guess it's close enough. Might as well just do it. Alright. Yeah, I didn't need that many. That's cool. Okay, obstacle clearing.
Milestone reached. Biofuel will
build
ensure
some of this
maximum
too.
efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily
Sure,
of
let's
wood.
get
Additionally,
some of this built up.
Your pocket dimension.
And alright, so now we're going to set up a quickie little line here. This is just called a me line. This is going to be where I want to put in raw product for biofuel in one box and then pick up the finished product in another box. So, now, of course, like everything else, I want this pretty close. So we're going to, let's set one box going this way for now. Try to get that lined up. So let's say we have it right here. Okay, so this will be the box I put this, whatever I want it to process in. And then I'm going to need 2 constructors. So we're going to put a constructor like right off the end of that box. As close as I can fit it. I'm going to put another constructor because I want it to come right back where it came from, pretty much. We're going to put that like right next to the first constructor. How about there? Hook that up. Just get a power pole in here somewhere and see if I can run some power from somewhere. Okay, so you're gonna plug into that one, you're gonna plug into that one, and we want one more box. Try to put that right next to this one, facing the opposite direction. If that'll even work. That's a little off, but I just want to make sure this belt can line up, which it can't. Alright. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to just have to kind of center that box with the other piece. There we go. Should be about there. Alright, so now we're going to configure this to make biofuel, or biomass from wood. And then we're going to configure this one to make our new product, our solid biofuel. I'm going to put wood in the box. Every time I get... Oh! And better connect that too. Okay, so wood's coming into here. This should be taking that wood, turn it into biofuel, run it into this, and then making the solid biofuel and putting it into that box. So the next thing I need to do is build a chainsaw, which I need, it looks like more screws and wire. Might as well get some more concrete as we're at it here. Got the screws now, got quite a bit of wire. And chainsaw, here we come. Now, chainsaw has to operate off that solid biofuel. I think when I did that upgrade too, you have a second hand slot, so I can equip this as well. And we should already have some biofuel. Yeah, look at that, we already got 12 of this solid biofuel. And I'll keep on making it. So now, I can just use the mouse wheel and go over to my other inventory slot here. And with the biofuel, we can power this up. And we can chop all these trees out of here, get a lot more resources, like biofuel resources out of the deal too, quickly. When you chop a tree, it kind of chops an area around it too. You don't have to necessarily even chop a tree. You could chop a plant and it'll take the tree down near it, I noticed. So it kind of clears out like a chunk of the ground at once. And it's something that has screwed me up in the game before too with this. It's like I would walk up to a tree or something like right here and I'm like, why doesn't it chop? Why doesn't it chop? And it's like basically you got to make sure something's highlighted so you see the white lines around it before the chainsaw will actually work. So that's just something to know. So let's get a little bit more of this. Then the next part here after this is going, try to scope out a nice zone of a couple good iron nodes or more in one location and actually start to build a legit factory that's organized and doing things correctly. This is going to be a big help in my power for now until you reach coal. Once you reach coal, you can completely automate your power situation. You no longer have to do this. I can't even chop that gigantic tree in here. I'm gonna have a lot of wood out of the deal here. And that's a great thing about that little setup over there too. That automatic setup is I'm not gonna have to manually process any of this anymore. All I gotta do is put it in a box. If I want to have it process leaves, I can switch the one part to just do the leaves instead of the wood. Alright, so let's get back to here now. Probably still should chop a couple more trees along the way here. Clean up the area. Let's get rid of this junk right here too. Alright, so that's good. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button there. I just needed the mouse wheel over to the next thing there. Alright, so we've got a lot of this. Let's get this, let's get the wood in the thing. There it is. So, wood in this box. So, I've got a lot of wood now, so this is going to be added for a bit. And I can save the leaves for another run, but you'll notice that the biofuel is going to be building up. This stuff lasts longer in the first place, so yeah, it'll be easier to just ramp all this stuff up here. Alright, so this research would be pretty good before getting an actual factory going, because we're going to want to make some of these better parts and have this assembler as an option. So let's get that underway too. Put in as much as I can on it right at the moment and collect everything. And that's why it's just worth its weight in gold to just run those lines there. It's just so quick and easy to get to the stuff then. Saves a lot of time and confusion Okay, so I'm lacking on 3 of these things yet, so I gotta wait a little bit longer here. Only got biofuel processing. I dare say the next part is I want to scope out a different set of iron nodes. So it looks like there's a couple that way. Oh man, and I shut down? Must have ran out of stuff again. Yeah, we're still running this on the old stuff, so that still had a little bit in it. That's still got a little bit in it. You are out. Okay, so let's... Both you are out. Okay, so that should kind of get you going for a sec. And, okay, back to that iron node. So I'm looking at the ones over here, 395 away. See what's going on over that way. Oh. Haven't seen whatever that is before. Huh. He doesn't seem to attack. Okay, so he's kind of backed off. Interesting. Grab these chest boxes here. So we got to be getting kind of close to this. Ah. Oh, right here. So what do we got? We got 1, 2. We do have a defender over here. Oh. Alright, so... Okay, and these are pure ones. That's a good thing. Alright, so, yeah. I bet you I screwed up and totally didn't bring... I guess I really wasn't ready to start building this yet, but... Alright, so I'm gonna drop down something else too, so I don't have to run back to the base, because I need a couple little minor things. So I'm gonna put in a craft bench, just over here for now. How about off to the side? I don't have iron rod. I guess I put it all in the thing, didn't I? Nah. Well, there's the resources. Yeah, I guess I'll bang this part out here. So this will be perfect. This will be a nice factory. It'll use 2 pure nodes. So you can go to these MK2 miners on these. And actually produce quite a lot from those 2 nodes. Anyway, let's see. So I'm over there. I gotta head back to the hub this way. Darn it, I didn't bring the right stuff. I wasn't quite ready to set that up yet anyway. I really gotta hit this next research out. I just wanted to see what it looked like. And it's actually, yeah, kind of flat across here too. I got a big open area out in this general area. So might as well get a couple more trees while I'm at it. Oh, did I run out of fuel? Oh, I ran out of fuel for the chainsaw. Oh, I put it all in the machines. It's these little things. I keep forgetting about them. Try to avoid these little complications, but I still making lots of little mistakes all over the place. Like, where's my hub? There's the hub. Yeah, what a mess. What a mess. Stuff everywhere. Alright, here, let's pick up everything out of the boxes. And more screws. And this time, though, we get biofuel. Quite a bit of it. And put more wood in here. We'll switch this over to leaves here once it eventually processes all of that, but yeah, should be producing non-stop solid biofuel for a while. Alright, yeah, just about enough there. There. Almost there. And that one was already done, so yeah, we're actually about there. Fuse broke again.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated. Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
So did I get this, oh, I did get the NAM thing too. Okay, so this is something else I want nearby for the research stuff. And this whole setup here is going to be like ripped out eventually. So everything going on in this location, all this boxes, all the even the main hub, it's all going to be trashed once a new place is built on foundations and nice and organized. So this is some very temporary stuff here, just to kind of get things rolling. And for whatever reason, I'm having a hard time fitting this. Oh, I need reinforced iron plates. That's it. All right. Was that enough? Yes. I just run out of room here in this little clearing. How about you go there? All right. So we can research the boxes there. Nutrients. We have some of that, and we have some of those. So let's grab some of this junk here while we're waiting. Some of that, some of that. I guess that's all I've got. Oh, and those. All right. And this leads to other like researches, technologies, alternative recipes, a lot of stuff to find out in the world to do this. Like over here, I've got these hog shells here from killing those one guys that were attacking me, so I can research one of those. And that will kind of unlock, so now I can literally take and build like a capsule out of these other ones here. Nutrients, we have this particular one here. And that kind of unlocks this recipe here for a nutritional processor. And we got this holiday event thing. And it needs 100 of those to do the first research in it. I only have 80. So, alright, that ain't happening quite yet, but it's alright. Put that away. Actually, I'm going to keep these. Let's get rid of this old ore here, too. And I think I can make this hog protein. There, okay, out of the other shells. I'll just put that away for now, too. Pod launched. I do want to get this resource sync program built up pretty quickly too. That's going to be the next research. that will leads to all the parts that I'm gonna want for factories, like some of the walls and doors and the other little stuff that really helps make a factory a whole lot better and more organized and prettier and the whole ball of wax there. But other than that, I think, I think this will be good for the first video on this. Let me know what you think, and please let me know if you have some questions about what I've been doing or anything like that. Granted, a lot of you, if you're watching, a lot of you are probably a whole lot better at this game than I am. I'm just learning. But I know enough where it's really fun, and I'm kind of excited about getting into the first actual factory thing, which is just going to be building a lot of the same parts that are going on over here, plus a couple new things, and keep it really nice and organized and laid out, and actually use verticality. And that's something that escaped me when I played this game in the first place, or a while back, and I learned how it works now. So, and it's not that hard. It's pretty simple, and I didn't quite get it before, but I do now. So the factory is going to use some of that, and it's going to use more than one floor, and probably combine a bunch of stuff into the same building area, and also eventually move into it, pull a lot of this junk that I got laying around here and kind of move into the actual factory. So that is the plans on the next video, and probably actually hit the space elevator as well and get that going. Anyway, you all have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you later.